teams were forced to evacuate this week after a volcano blanketed parts of the country with ash. Remy Inocencio has more on why experts say the worst is yet to come.
It may be one of the world's smallest active volcanoes, but for 4 straight days now, Taal has been behaving like one of the biggest.
Oh my God!
Its volcanic lightning could first be seen bolting through the evening sky.
It's very surreal. It's like a Hollywood movie.
It's continuing to spew its toxic brew of rocks, steam, and ash miles high, leaving communities coated in a slick muck and forcing the evacuation of tens of thousands of people. Much of the local water supply has been poisoned by volcanic ash. Fresh water was first trucked into many areas today, and seismologists predict the worst of Taal is yet to come.
Most of the attention on the outbreak of this new coronavirus is appropriately focused on public health concerns in China and around the world. Here in this country, 66% of U.S. adults say that the virus poses a real threat to public health. That's according to the latest PBS NewsHour NPR Marist poll.
Coronavirus has spread to countries across the world, but officials believe that it all started in Wuhan, China. It's believed that the virus may have originated from a market in the city where people can buy an assortment of wild game meat. And an article in the New York Times puts the spotlight on that market and others like it in China.
And word now that the Department of Defense will be providing quarantine facilities if needed. The coronavirus death toll rising. This as there are now more than 12,000 cases confirmed worldwide. The Trump administration declaring a public health emergency. All this expected to have a major effect on businesses worldwide. Apple announcing today it is closing all of its stores and corporate offices in China. And beginning tomorrow, U.S. citizens who have traveled to the affected region in the last 14 days will be subject to mandatory quarantines. Nearly 200 Americans on this flight already quarantined tonight in Riverside, California.
The worst locust crisis in decades is ravaging East Africa, threatening the food supply for millions of people. Kenya, Somalia, and Ethiopia are at the center of this latest outbreak. You can see in this video just how massive the locust swarms have been across the region.
These bugs have infested farmland and destroyed crops. Farmers are calling on the international community to help prevent a food crisis. The United Nations says the region needs around $76 million to combat the crisis. Officials warn the locust outbreak will spread across the entire continent of Africa and into other parts of the world if action
This is a very rare phenomena, but once it does occur, it becomes extremely threatening to food securities, livelihoods, pastures, and of course, with pastures, if herders have to move animals into new areas, this can be sources of conflict.